Good morning. My name is Ojasu. My roll number is 20BCE1588, and I'm going to be presenting on the topic IE standards Ethernet. So first, to know more about the Ethernet, we should get to know about the IEEE protocol. The IEEE 802 is a collection of networking standards that cover the physical and data link layer specifications for technology such as Ethernet and wireless. These specifically apply to local area networks, LAN, and metropolitan area networks, MAN. IEEE 802 also aids in ensuring multi-vendor interoperability by promoting standards for vendors to follow. Essentially, the IEEE 802 standards help make sure internet service and technology follow a set recommended practices so network devices can all work together smoothly. IEEE 802 is divided into 22 parts that cover the physical and data link aspects of networking. The family of standards is developed and maintained by the IEEE 802 Standards Committee, also known as LMSC. IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. The set of standards in 1879 with the Local Network for Computer Interconnected Standard, which was approved at a year later. The LMSC has made more than 70 standards for IEEE 802. The IEEE 802 standards are restricted to computer networks carrying variable size packets. The importance of IEEE 802. LMSC was formed in 1980 in order to standardize network protocols and provide a path to make compatible devices across numerous industries. Without these standards, equipment suppliers could manufacture network hardware that would only connect to certain computers. It would be much more difficult to connect two systems not using the same set of networking equipment. The IEEE 802 will also coordinate with other international standards such as ISO to help maintain international standards. The working group of IEEE. The IEEE, there are the different area of focus within the 802. It will be focus. I will be focusing on the 802 Ethernet LAN. What is Ethernet? Ethernet is a family of wired computer networking technologies commonly used in LAN or MAN and wide area network WAN. It was commercially introduced in 1980 and first standardized in 1983. The history. Ethernet was developed by Xerox PARC at Xerox PARC between 1973 and 1974. It was inspired by AlohaNet, which Robert Metcalfe had studied as part of his PhD dissertation. The idea was first documented in a memo that Metcalfe wrote on May 22, 1973, where he named it after the luminiferous ether, once postulated to exist as an omnipresent, completely passive medium for propagation of electromagnetic waves. Ethernet initially competed with Token Ring and other proprietary protocols, but was able to adapt to market needs and with 10 base 2 shift to inexpensive thin coaxial cable and from 1990 to non-ubiquitous twisted pair 10 base T, the standardization of Ethernet. In February 1980, the IEEE committee started Project 802 to standardize the local area networks. The DIX group with Gary Robinson, Phil Artist, and Bob Pittis submitted the so-called Blue Book specifications as a candidate for the land special specification. But due to the Dix proposal, but there was various other committees there also. But due to the Dix proposal being more technically complete and speedy action taken by the ECMA, which decisively contributed to the constellation of opinions within IEEE, it was standardized and approved in December 1982 and published the 802.3 standard as a draft in 1983 as a standard and as a standard in 1985. The approval of Ethernet on the international level was also achieved by similar methods. The popular version of Ethernet. There are various popular versions of number of versions of IEEE 8023 protocol, but the most popular versions are as stated below. The IEEE 802.3. This was the original standard given by for 10 base 5. It's used by a thick single coaxial cable into which a connection can be tapped by drilling into the cable to the core. Here, 10 is the maximum throughput. IEEE 802.3a. This gave the standard for thin coax 10 base 2, which is a thinner variety where the segments of coaxial cable are connected by B and C connectors. The two refer to the maximum segment length of about 200 meter. IEEE 802.3i. This gave the standard for twisted pair 10 base T that uses unshielded twisted pair UTP copper wires as physical layer medium, and the IEEE 802.3j. This gave the standard for Ethernet over fiber 10 base F that uses optic cable as medium of transmission. The working of Ethernet. Ethernet station communicate by sending each other data packet, blocks of data individually sent and delivered. As the other IEEE 802 lines, adapters come programmed with a globally unique 48-bit MAC address, so that each Ethernet station has a unique address. The MAC address are used to specify both the destination and the source of each data packet. Ethernet establishes link level connections which can be defined using both the destination and source addresses. On reception of a transmission, the receiver uses the destination address to determine whether the transmission is relevant to the station or should be ignored. A network interference normally does not accept packets addressed to other Ethernet stations. Frame frame format. The main field of a frame of a classic Ethernet are preamble. It is a 7-bit byte starting field that provides alert and timing pulse for transmission. Start of a frame delimiter. It is a 1-byte field that contains an alternating pattern of ones and zeros ending with two ones. Destination address. It is a 6-byte field containing physical address of destination station. Source address. It is a 6-byte field containing the physical address of the sending station. Length. It is a 7-byte field that stores the number of bytes in the data field. Data. This is a variable size field. The maximum size of data field is 1500 bytes. Padding. This is added to data to bring the length to the maximum requirement of 46-bit. And CRC. CRC stands for cyclic redundancy check. It contains the error detection information. Evolution of Ethernet and the way forward. Ethernet has evolved to include higher bandwidth, improved medium access control methods, and different physical media. The coaxial cable was replaced with point-to-point link connected by Ethernet repeaters or switches. Due to the ubiquity of Ethernet and the ever-decreasing cost of hardware needed to support it, most manufacturers now build an Etherface interface directly into PC motherboards, eliminating the need of separate network cards. Thank you.